This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there. Welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Glitter and Lasers. This is video number 3 from her Virgin Cruise. This is her swimwear haul. I've already covered the actual cruise itself and her daywear haul video. So if you want to watch those, go ahead and give them a view. I'm going to try to put a card in. Maybe there's going to be a pop-up somewhere around here. You should click on it if it does. I'm going to learn a new trick just for you. So yeah, this is going to be the second lookbook clothing haul from the cruise. I've seen about this much of it as a spoiler because I was watching a Colin Mockery video and he was talking about unrelated to the swimsuit haul. He was just, there's a little bit of a clip in here where Anna kind of explains her inability to get on the inflatable playground equipment that was in Bimini? No, where'd they go before they went to Bimini? Anyway, the first stop in the cruise before Bimini. She tried to get up on the inflatable trampoline or something and couldn't even get onto the equipment because I'm sure it is very taxing to get up onto the inflatable stuff to begin with. She physically could not pull herself up onto it, which should not be terribly surprising considering when she took the cruise to the Virgin Islands, not the Virgin cruise that we're talking about, but the cruise before this one. Such a hard life she leads. She wasn't able to get herself back onto the boat without a great deal of effort.
I will get it. Oh gosh, it's moving too much. Yes! That's how I do it! Go!
So there's that. But it's just another way that we really get to see, it's just another way that we really see how Anna's perception of her own physical capabilities is so different than her actual physical capabilities. Granted, this was just playground equipment that she was trying to go participate on and could not because she couldn't get onto the equipment. And I mean, what can you do? There's nothing you can do. It's not like it's water. It's not like there can be like 2 people under there who can give her like a foot up because it's water. That's not how it works. Physics, you know? As I noted in the first lookbook haul, we saw way more of the ship and the actual cruise watching her parade around in various dresses than we saw in the actual video that was supposed to be about the cruise itself. So I'm hoping with this one that we're going to see more of the actual cruise than we saw in the original video. So between these 3 videos, we're actually getting a pretty good look at the Virgin Cruise. Now, in their 2 lookbook videos, is she hyping up the Virgin Cruise? No. She's hyping up the clothes that she's wearing. So she's actually like using this trip, this paid for vacation that she got specifically to promote Virgin Cruises. She's using these videos to promote other products that have nothing to do with Virgin or their cruise without mentioning, I mean, she does mention it, but you'll see what I mean. Anyway, I wouldn't call this good PR, but I guess any PR is good PR. And I don't know. If Virgin doesn't like it, I guess they'll say something. You see something, say something. I don't know. Anyway, I do know that in the video that she kind of like evolves the story of the trip a little bit more from how it originally starts off. I think there's like some more details about the missing CPAP that she totally left on the plane. She left it on the plane. It's important to remember that detail. Anyway. I suppose we should talk about some dark anthropological topics here. And a lot of Anna's stuff falls under power dynamics and covert motivations, where Anna, of all of the girls, with the exception of like Alexandra Rodriguez, Anna, many A names, man, has one of the most curated and maintained presentations on the internet. Like she curates her comment section. All of these videos are specifically edited the way that they are, in a way that Anna thinks puts her best foot forward on the internet. So regardless of what we think, Anna thinks that these are good videos for her, and that's fine. This is how she chooses to present herself, right? But it's all edited. We don't really see the bloopers. We don't really see the behind the scenes kind of stuff, unless it serves to further the narrative that's already being presented, if that makes sense. So she of all of them has the most control over her own personal narrative, because she doesn't share information with us that she doesn't want us to know, which is how you do that. And she only shares with us things that she thinks are going to put her in a positive light. And when they don't, she gets really upset. But these are the videos that she makes for herself, of herself. So as far as like maintaining her personal presentation, gold star, I guess. As far as content engagement, that does go under covert motivations. Her content engagement, I think people engage with her videos. Anna has a really high subscriber count, and I say that a lot, compared to the actual number of views that she gets and the number of likes that she gets on her videos. They're incredibly low. So as far as content engagement, I don't know if she's just missing the mark with her audience, or if her audience just doesn't exist. If you catch my drift. I suspect it's more the audience isn't actually really there, and she is getting quite a bit of engagement with the audience that does exist. Okay. As far as emotional manipulation, again under under covert motivations, I think the emotions that she's trying to invoke are like awe and, oh, that's cool, and, you know, happy, positive emotions, that kind of thing. I really don't think she's prepared for the negative feedback that she gets from stuff. And so her attempt to manipulate the audience is really a more positive attempt to manipulate the audience. Like, she's trying to show us really cool clothes that we could wear if we were near 600 pounds. So that's both covert motivations, and I touched on the power dynamics there. She does a lot of the principle of ethical reflexivity, because Anna does try to put herself forward as a member of a marginalized group. She does play into a lot of the fat acceptance and the health at every size rhetoric. I think she still identifies with those communities, even though I don't see her participate in them a lot. But honestly, I don't see Anna participate in a lot of things that aren't of her own making. She doesn't interact with her audience. She barely interacts with comments. When she does respond to her audience, it's usually to chastise us for being negative or not being on her side. When she tells us a sob story about somebody telling her good job. But she does try to create this narrative of raising awareness of fat phobia and fat acceptance in the greater world, especially traveling. Like, that's part of her shtick, is, you know, traveling as a plus-sized woman. You're not plus-sized, you're obese. But that's kind of her shtick. She wants to show other affluent, obese women that they could travel easily-ish, except for all of the problems that Anna has traveling, specifically because she's obese, like needing a CPAP machine to not die in the night, kind of a thing. But that's where the ethical reflexivity comes in. There is the concept of integration, the principle of integration versus differentiation. I think Anna falls into this more than Amber really does, and that's because Anna tries to put forward this like polished, positive, look at me living my best life kind of an image on the internet and through her videos, and that's on YouTube especially, not so much on TikTok. Her Instagram kind of in the middle between TikTok and YouTube. She gets a lot of pushback on YouTube, and she gets a lot of like negative feedback on YouTube, specifically because like people don't take away from her videos and her shorts the messages that she wants them to be taking away from him. And I think I will be sticking a clip in here from Colin Mockery's recent video on her trip specifically, because there's a short that she posted. What are they called on Instagram? Anyway, she posted a short where she was berating a commenter about the missing CPAP thing, and she took it down from YouTube because she was getting negative feedback on it. But apparently it's still up on Facebook, and it never got posted on TikTok, and I can't remember if he said it was on Instagram, or maybe that's how it went. Either way, that particular video, Anna's being Anna. She's being the real Anna. She's being snappy and snippy and nasty to the commenter. And so she got negative feedback in her comment section about her behavior towards a viewer again, because the way she's acting in that short is very counter to the image that Anna tries to curate on the internet, where she's happy and bubbly and loving her life and has no problems with her size and yada yada yada. And so like it's a wonderful day, and then she like turns on people at the drop of a hat and gets called out for it.
Probably feels rough because of the lack of sleep, but the soreness was really confusing to me. The thing about Anna, though, is whenever she makes these travel vlogs, everything is already spoiled well ahead of time in her short form content. She posted this YouTube video on May 20th, but early on she says that the cruise happens around Cinco de Mayo, so it's a couple weeks old. I already knew she lost her CPAP because she posted it on her Instagram stories, which disappear after 24 hours, but thankfully I screen recorded it because I've learned to do so with just about everything of hers.
Hey guys, I woke up to like a pretty sassy DM, and the person was like, obviously you're having a terrible time, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what? If you don't like me, you don't have to follow me. And I get it. I'm not for everyone. It's not personal. I'm not going to be hurt about it, but please just like unfollow me. And also, if I do seem tired right now and you missed it, I lost my CPAP on the plane. So I'm currently not sleeping. So I'm doing the best I can with zero sleep. And if you have a CPAP, you understand, because without it, I am borderline monster status. The fact that I'm continuing to be a nice person is really, really a triumph, a personal triumph, to be honest.
Yeah guys, obviously she's having a great time and she's such a nice person, which is why she took time out of her luxury cruise vacation to respond to hate comments. And if you don't understand that, you just need to unfollow her. I'm sure
I can't say it any better myself. Anna, if you follow along with my my reading of Anna's book, her Life Full of Glitter, self-help book, by the way. But if you follow along with that, Anna really does kind of let you know in that book that she feels that her attitude is everyone's problem, not just her own. And this is another one of those situations. Like, Anna pops off in these shorts a lot. Like, she's notorious for one that she kind of went off on about, like, you all should be grateful for the gifts that I give you in the form of my videos. That's like almost a verbatim quote from her. And I'm not letting her live that one down. But that one was her responding to people who were asking her about her taking, at the time, Ozempic or Mounjaro or Wegovy. She was on one of those at that point, but she wasn't talking about using it. She was just posting weight loss as if she was just magically losing weight. So she responded that way to negative criticism by basically telling us that if we don't appreciate the gifts she gives us, then we should just unfollow her. You're right, we should. And this is another one of those situations. During the running episode, she posted another video about, like, if you don't like how I handled this situation, then you should just unfollow me. Yes, that's what I'm saying we should do. And then here, again, like Colin said, like, she's such a nice person, you guys. She's such a ray of sunshine and joy and happiness that she can power through this self-inflicted moment, and you should just be grateful that she's being nice and taking time out of her very busy schedule on her luxury cruise to make a shitty post about you. And if you don't like that, you should just unfollow her. Compare that to the image of Anna that we just got done watching in the swimsuit haul. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about like the image that she puts forward versus the reactions that she gets. She's not prepared for the negative reactions to the stuff she puts out there. She just expects hugs and ass pats because look at me, aren't I like the perfect person? When it's pointed out to her that she's not only is she not the happy, bubbly, perfect person that she tries to portray, but we see through the cracks, she gets absolutely cranky about it. And her solution to the problem is, I'm just going to take my ball and go home. You should just be grateful that I give you anything at all. You're right, Anna, I should be. And so that's the principle of integration versus differentiation. The integration is the message she's trying to put forward, the image she's trying to project, the story, the narrative that she's trying to create, the persona and all of that. What she thinks she's putting out there versus what we're getting out of it. We, the audience, are getting out of it. Some people are getting the message that she's trying to send out there. Some people are seeing this beautiful plus-size woman who's out there just living her life, wearing really cool clothes, going to really cool locations, sometimes showing us really cool food, you know, doing all the neat things that, you know, obese people are told that they shouldn't or couldn't do. And so some people are getting that message. And then there's other people who are getting the message of, you're being irresponsible, you're showing your ass, you're not the person you're trying to project out here, you know, the negative side of that, which she doesn't, that's not the story she's trying to tell. And she doesn't really react well to any kind of criticism or any kind of feedback like that. So just wanted to touch on that stuff before we get into the video, because this is mostly going to be Anna showing us her bathing suits. And I've already said I'm not a huge fan of Anna's style. I will say, though, several of the bathing suits she has in here are actually really cute. So this is one of the very few videos where I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. I kind of like that. Because I remember seeing the bathing suits in the original video, and I was like, oh, bathing suits is actually kind of cute. So, okay, like, here's my point. This video is 3 days old. She has 2.23 million subscribers on YouTube. This is just YouTube. This video is 3 days old as of today, which is May the 29th. It has 17K views and 1,000 likes out of 2.2 million subscribers. I just really feel like those numbers are very, very low. I just don't feel like those numbers add up. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. I am going to speed her up. Cat is tucked away, taking a nappy nap. Let's go.
Okay, this is the video you guys have been waiting for, which is all the swim I wore on my Virgin Voyages cruise.
Waiting for is a bit of a stretch. Actually, the one I'm waiting for is her whole, like, this is the lesson I learned while having all of these problems on this paid-for luxury cruise vacation.
Through the Caribbean about a week and a half ago. So, small caveat. Usually when I try on swimsuits for camera, I try them on here in my living room. I do a little twirl, etc., etc.
Do a little horse kick.
This time, all of these suits I wore for the first time in the water, so I have definite opinions about what I like and what I like them for. I have found that some swim stretches out in water and some swim is tighter in water. So hopefully this will be really helpful for those of you trying new brands to get a better idea of like how the fabric that these brands use.
I didn't realize that we just call swimsuits swims these days. I did get a really cute swimsuit from TJ Maxx. It's a Michael Kors, so you know I didn't pay much money for it. It's not an expensive swimsuit. But I was looking at the washing instructions, and you're not supposed to get it wet. What's the point of of a bathing suit, of a swimsuit that you're not supposed to get wet. By the way, I wore it in a hot tub and in a chlorinated pool, both of which I'm apparently not supposed to do. Where the hell am I supposed to wear this swimsuit, Michael Kors? But anyway, not only did I wear it, but I washed it, and it seems to be okay. So I'm glad I didn't actually pay the price that Michael Kors was charging for it, because what is the point of that? It's like literally a bathing suit that you can't wear in water situations. Are you just supposed to walk around in it like a bodysuit? Like, even my bodysuits I can get wet. Anyway.
Work. So the first suit I wore was like day one on the cruise. It was this green suit from a brand I'd never worn before, which is called Kalia. And it is, I believe, Carrie Underwood's swimwear line. So if you didn't know she had a swimwear/active line, now you do.
I barely remember who Carrie Underwood is, so...
It's sold at Dick's Sporting Goods. Funny story, I used to work in advertising, and well...
Which is why it's so incredibly puzzling to me. Why her book didn't do better. And also why she doesn't brand herself better. Like, supposedly you know how this works. I don't get it.
Not advertising, like marketing. And the agency that Dick's Sporting Goods uses is called Huge. This is not made up. And I used to have meetings in my calendar that would just say Huge Dick's.
I was totally there for this conversation. I was with her 100% on that one. Now you will never not convince me that Dick's didn't name their store that way, specifically for their eggplants.
And it is by far the funniest thing that ever happened at work. And they would always be like, I'm going to the Huge Dick's meeting. It's still funny. It's still funny. But
Kind of funny. Anna has a sense of humor that I can actually appreciate sometimes, so sometimes.
yeah, their ad agency of record at one time was called Huge. And that was the best. That's the only thing I remember about working on that account. That's all I remember. But, and what a thing to remember, right? Anyway, back to the
You're not going to forget that.
swimsuit. Very comfortable. This one does get a little bit bigger in the water. In fact, I felt the top supported me a lot better when it was dry than it did when it was wet. So I would have actually liked a size down in the top, maybe even a size down in the bottom, because they were a little bit less supportive than I like in this area. But again, when I tried them on dry, perfect fit. So just keep that in mind if you're in between sizes, to probably size down in this suit. Otherwise, really high quality, double lined bottoms, nice details, good colors. Honestly, I would buy another one of their suits again. I'm just a little bit more informed about, the sizing and how things fit.
I own one bathing suit and one bikini. And the bathing suit that I own, obviously, is the one I just purchased, replacing the bathing suit before that, which was the only bathing suit I owned for 6 years, which is kind of one of the reasons I replaced it. Also, it didn't fit anymore. Does she have like an entire wardrobe just for her bathing suits?
The next suit I wore is from one of my favorites. Their suits always fit me, I think, the best of a lot of the suits. Or one of the best, I would say, which is Lime Ricky. You've probably seen them every year.
I actually think this is really cute. Look, I will tolerate a much more obnoxious pattern on a bathing suit than I will on anything else. And so, like, obnoxious patterns on bathing suits are okay, in my opinion. And I think the tigers on this are really cute. So I actually really like this one. I like the off-the-shoulder thing, too. It's kind of neat. I don't know if I could do it. I feel like the one that doesn't have the shoulder would be, like, falling down, but...
if you follow my channel for a while, because I do really like them. For being active, they're just really good at staying in place. They don't ride up your butt. They don't come down very easily. And I was wearing a one shoulder here and I ran through the sand and it stayed up. And let me tell you, a lot of suits wouldn't. I also like that this is a small business, women owned, etc., etc. Yeah, I really like the brand and I really like the way this suit looks on.
I want that hammock. I want a watermelon hammock. Where would I even put it? I would create space for a watermelon hammock. I need this stat.
It's with a collab with Print Fresh, which is another small business that makes these really cool, prints often featuring like cheetahs. I don't know why they always have cheetahs, but when I think of Print Fresh, I think of cheetahs on fabric. So,
was that a cheetah or a tiger?
In colorful variations. At the same place we went in this like cheetah suit, I changed into a neon suit, which I thought would be better for like climbing. There was this like obstacle course thing that I was not good at. I was humbled by, I think is the best way to say it. I was humbled by. And this suit I thought this was from Show Me Your Mumu, which is a brand that's recently started making plus, though not in everything, which kind of frustrates me because I often go.
What a terrible name. What a terrible name for a clothing line. That also didn't do plus to begin with. Like, what a terrible name. You do you, man, but wow. This is probably my least favorite bathing suit just because I'm not a fan of neon.
Go to their site and be like, oh, I want this, and then it's like not in my size. But every once in a while they'll have a banger in plus, and I think this suit is a banger. It's neon.
Why do you shop at places that you know don't carry your size? Like, why? You just have to own a piece from this place because it's like chic? Like, why do you routinely shop at brands that are not known for their plus size, that are actually known to not have plus size? Like, why do you continuously do that and then complain about them not having plus size? It's like shopping at a brand that specializes in petite sizes and then getting cranky that they don't have a size 6X. They don't do plus sizes. They only do small. Like, they probably don't carry a 10. Like, it just confuses the hell out of me. You know, if somebody who wore like a double X or double small, extra small, there we go, went and shopped at a company that only did plus sizes, you'd ridicule the fuck out of them for trying to shop at a plus girl sized brand. But flip it around and suddenly the brand that's specializing in smaller sizes is the devil because they don't carry larger sizes. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, why do you need to own items of clothing from brands that don't make sizes that fit you?
It's color blocked, just really cool, but it rides up my butt. Like, it was riding my crack, especially with climbing. And I thought just the way it was constructed and the way it was on dry, that it would kind of hug under the cheek as I did things. But the more I wore it, the more it just went up. So again, this is a great example of a suit maybe getting a little bit bigger in water. And top was fine, had no issues with the top at all. And honestly, the bottom would be fine for most activities. It was just like the climbing and falling, lots of falling actually, that kind of mess it up. So I feel like
this is one of the moments, and Colin had this in his video. This is one of the moments where she's shifting the narrative a little bit. In the actual vacation video that she put out, she's walking away from this obstacle course in the sand there. And she's kvetching to her camera that she couldn't do the obstacle course because her body wouldn't support her. And she showed a clip where she just could not get up onto the platform to even get onto the obstacle course. And she showed that a second time here. It's a different clip, but it's another clip where she's struggling to even get onto the obstacle course. So she can't even do it, but she's trying to spin it here in a way that makes it sound like she did. But if she had, there would have been video evidence of it, and she would have put that in the video because Anna films everything. So the fact that that is absent tells me that she never actually made it onto any of the equipment, but she's trying to make it sound like she did, even though she literally put out a video explaining that she couldn't do it. I guess she's just hoping that people are only going to watch the bathing suit video and not the vacation video, or that they're not going to put two and two together, I guess.
Like maybe I'm being a little harsh on this one because it's not the norm for a swimsuit to be doing all of the falling I was doing. One of my favorite suits on this cruise was a surprise. I didn't expect to love it so much, but it was this royal blue suit from...
This actually... it's not like a super special bathing suit. It's just she looks so good in this color. But it's because she's blonde. She's blonde and she's got that skin tone. They just look good in blue. And she just looks really good in this color.
City Chic. I've never had a suit from City Chic before. I had no clue how it would fit me.
There's that damn bruise though.
It was the same scrunch material or similar material to that from the Show Me Your Mumu suit. So I was concerned that it was going to ride up. No, the suit was impeccable. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Loved it. I felt fantastic. I love the way it looks on camera. I want to wear this suit all the time. And I probably will wear it all the time because it fit just so freaking good.
I mean, it looked good on her, so I don't know what you want. That one and the pink one have been so far my two favorites.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think City Chic is upping their game. I don't know if they got a new designer or if they're just investing more in clothing construction. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm all for it. Again, I have a haul coming from them in the future because I've just been so excited about what I've been seeing. I felt like I needed to. So
Yay.
stay tuned for that. When we went like swimming with stingrays and on the boat, I wore a suit from a brand called Burlook. And I also wore this just in the Caribbean in general. Burlook is a small batch made, ethically made swimsuit brand, which is cool. I want to provide options for everyone and at every budget. So they are going to be a little bit more expensive. Here is my rub with them. They tend to get smaller in the water versus larger, which I had not experienced previous to this, but the bottoms, and it also could be because I have some loose skin, it just tended to like round.
Yep. That's the problem. Got loose skin and lipedema. That's all that's wrong with you. You've just got 300 pounds of lipedema. No, you've got 300 pounds of lipedema and whatever else in loose skin. Sure, Anna. Whatever makes you feel better, man.
Found out that I didn't see that same formation. Like it would give me like a bump here, like it was in a little bit too tight, that I didn't have when it was dry. Also, I noticed that because it was again getting a little tight.
Just laughing at the bump. Give me a bump on my arse. Sorry, it's just funny. It has nothing to do with anything.
When it got wet, I started to have a little bit of chafing on the region here, like in around the fupa lady, around her.
I don't think I've ever heard her say that word, but I don't watch a lot of her clothing hauls, so.
I had a little chafing and again, did not experience that when the suit was dry. So I think it gets a little bit smaller when it is wet and I would.
It does look like it does not fit well. I knew there was something I disliked about this suit more than just the color of it. And I tend to like orange things. I think it's also the pattern of it, but it doesn't look great on her with her skin tone to begin with. But then like, yeah, now that she's really kind of pointed it out, it's too damn small. It's just too small. And maybe that's because it shrank in the water. I don't know. I don't know. But it is definitely like pushing in and making things pop out.
Potentially buy a bigger size in the bottom, not the top. The top was just perfect, honestly. But the bottom, yeah, I could have gone a little.
So perfect you couldn't shimmy? I can't shimmy anyway. I don't have enough girls to shimmy. I can shimmy like the Phillies shimmy though. Apparently that's a thing they do when they get a home run. They do this. I've only recently learned that about the Phillies. I don't follow baseball that much, so there you go.
A little bit bigger. I do love everything we filmed.
God damn it, John. This was like the worst fucking angle. I hated this so much.
The suit of all the things we filmed in, we got probably the most epic content in this suit, which I think is like a little deceiving because it just looks so dope. Like everything about this looks so cool. So the last suit we
But it was terrible. Anyway, sorry.
shot again on the boat in this like really cool X pool and also boxing for some reason.
An
I
X
just wanted to. I'll do what I want. This suit is from Torrid, which is low-key like a guaranteed
I liked this bathing suit actually.
place to get a good suit for a plus body. And that makes sense because they do only plus clothing. I like their ones without underwires. This one does not have an underwire and I bless it because underwires are the devil. Heck,
Underwires are the devil. I'm sorry. I don't know who invented them, but they were wrong.
I don't even like wearing a bra, as we've discussed many, many, many times. So having a suit that doesn't make me wear a bra in the water is awesome. I understand some of you guys need some support there or feel more comfortable in an
I don't know who's teaching you to box, but you need to go back. They need to you need to go get another lesson or find a different trainer.
underwire. Do you? They've got lots of amazing underwire bras, suits.
No, if you wear an underwire, you are wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I am known to buy like a really cute bra and then take the underwire out. Like I don't like underwires. They poke in all the wrong places. I think your comfort in an underwire really depends on literally the shape of your girls. Like certain girl shapes are not going to fit into the underwire properly, and that's what causes the discomfort. Because I know some people just swear by them. I knew people in the field who would wear underwire bras, and I'm just like, how? I would be, not only would I be irritated as F by the end of the day, I would probably actually have like wounds from those damn underwires. But some of the girls just loved them. So I think it has a lot to do with your overall shape as to if you like an underwire or not. I think size also has quite a bit to do with it, but I think in general it's just like the shape of it, honestly. And some people are going to be very comfortable in them and some people aren't. I am of the opinion that they are the devil and that they should all be burned in hell. So if I get a bra that has an underwire in it, 9 times out of 10 I'm probably taking the underwire out.
Underwear suits available. It's just not what I personally like to wear. Also, being more active, I just like things that are not going to rub as much. And I feel some.
I will give Anna this. Of the girls, Anna is hands down the most active. If nothing else, she just travels a lot. But I can tell from how hard it is for her to walk and do other physical activities once she gets to said locations that she's not as physically fit as she thinks she is. Now, could I see Amber doing even a third of the things that Anna does? No. So Anna does have that. I will give Anna that much. Anna is much more physically active than the rest of the girls. Can you see Foodie doing any of this? Like, aside from the whole modesty thing, like, could you see Foodie walking on that beach? Like, it's just kind of like, Anna definitely has that going for her.
Sometimes underwire like cuts into you when you're kind of
Excuse me
running
again.
around, having fun in the water. Either way, the striped suit was super, super comfortable. I
is
really
cute.
liked it. I really liked the colors, and I just think it looks so dope. This is another one where I'm like, it just looks so cool. It just looks.
I still like the pink one with the I swear those were tigers. The pink one with the tigers and what was the other one? Oh crap, I already forgot which one I liked. I liked the other two that I said that I liked better. Oh, the blue one. The blue one's good for show. I like this one too. I think it looks nice. She looks good in pastels.
So freaking cool. Okay, that's all the suits I wore on the cruise. Let me know if you like hearing things like about how suits fit when they're wet or sitting or all of that type of stuff, because I feel like it's an area that doesn't really get covered a lot, and I'm learning, especially as my body changes, it's a really important part of purchasing a suit that you love. So let me know if you want to see more. With that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Links to everything are down below. Check out the other 2 cruise videos. They are also linked down in the description if you haven't seen them yet.
Watch my videos. Watch my videos. Watch my videos.
They're tons of fun, and also there's great details on my outfits. Yeah, that's it. I'll check you later. Peace.
Ooh, good timing. Usually I miss that. I actually, I said I was going to like some of the swimsuits, and I did. I like, well, half of them actually. She wore 6 suits. I liked 3 of them. There you have it. Did we get to see more of the cruise? We never got to see that pool in the original cruise video. We didn't see hardly any of that obstacle course, except for her failing to get up on top. Why would you leave that in? That's the part that I don't understand. Like, she could have just cut all that out and just left it out. That's pretty much it. The rest of it, we did actually see quite a bit of it in the video, the actual vacation video, so... But that's because it was so, like, self-focused. I won't say that her try-on, her outfits are not self-focused, because they are. But she shot them in different places on the actual boat, so that's why we got to see more of the boat during the regular haul versus the swimwear haul. That is the 3rd installment of videos from Anna about her trip on the Virgin Cruises. And I don't think the swimwear one gave us much more of a look than the actual vacation video gave us. The actual vacation video is pretty much a lookbook in its own right. But we have now officially watched all 3 of the videos. You're welcome. And yeah. So if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and put a swimsuit down in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I don't know, which bathing suit did you like? How many bathing suits do you own? Am I the weird one that I only own like 2? One of which I wear. The other one, I'm not ready for bikinis yet. But anyway, what is your opinion on the whole CPAP thing going on? I think I will make a separate video on that one just because, like, it does kind of have a timeline and that probably should be put together a little bit better. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the dark anthropology principles in the comment section down below. And thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. And if you've made it this far, you might as well subscribe because I do this quite a few times. And I'm losing my ability to put together a coherent sentence. So I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.